Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going over my final prediction for my 2024 governor's election map. And this is going to be a shorter video because truthfully there's 11 governor's races up this election and there's only really one that's actually competitive, but nonetheless we're still going to go through and assign the ratings to every state and talk more in depth about the really close one. So looking at the governor's map, we're going to start up west with the state of Washington. This is looking like a safe Democratic win to a likely Democratic win right now. There's only been 2 polls done on it that currently has a Democrat leading by 11 and 13. So that would be under 15%. That would not be a safe Democratic win. But I do expect this race to be likely a safe to likely Democratic win. I'm going to put it in the safe column, but it is very, very close to being likely. Democrats have 1, Republicans have 0 currently. Now I'm going to go to the state of Montana, where this is Republican Governor Greg Gianforte running against his Democratic opponent. This has Gianforte plus 22 in both polls. Not too much really to talk about here other than the fact Montana will be a safe Democratic win. Now looking at the state of North Dakota and its governor's race, there's only been 1 poll done showing the Republican leading by 30 points. So this is an open race. Incumbent Governor Doug Burgum is not eligible to run for re-election. He is term limited. And the Republicans leading by 30 points. This will be a safe Republican win. Now to the state of Utah. The state of Utah in this governor's race in 2024. This is Republican Spencer Cox versus his Democratic opponent. He had a 21-point lead in the last poll done. He had a 40-point lead before that. It'll be over 15% of the vote. That is a safe Republican win. In the state of Missouri, typically one of the more competitive states in the governor elections than some of the other ones, the Republican incumbent governor currently has a 16-point lead over the Democratic challenger in the only poll done so far. So you can make an argument this would be a likely race, but I'm going to put it in the safe Republican column. I'm not sure how much competitive that race will really get. Now to the state of Indiana. The state of Indiana, this is going to be right now, Mike Braun, the Republican, now senator running for governor, leads his Democratic opponent by 9 points. And there's been 2 polls done showing that Braun was a +7 lead and a +11 lead. So actually by how the polls go, this is one of the more competitive races in the United States at +9. And based on everything that would go in the likely Republican column, but I still fully expect Mike Braun to win there. Next, we'll go to the state of West Virginia. West Virginia, this is going to be a safe Republican win, most likely. Pat Morrissey, I believe he was the Attorney General. Now I'm not sure what he is. He might be the Attorney General still. He has a 14-point lead over his Democratic opponent in the very red state of West Virginia. Joe Manchin, of course, is not running in this race, so really the Democrats don't have much of a chance at winning West Virginia. That'll be a safe Republican win. Now to the state of North Carolina, which looked like for a while it could be a very competitive race, and then a very interesting situation happened that I don't really want to delve too much into in this video and give it really any more attention than it deserves. Let's just say the Democrat is leading by 14.8% and the Democrat's going to win by over 15 on election night. Fully confident that North Carolina will be a safe Democratic win, and that is all I'm going to say about North Carolina because I'm afraid to say anything else. Now going to the state of Delaware. The state of Delaware is going to be likely a safe Democratic win. Right now, the only poll has the Democrat leading by 19 points. This will be a safe Democratic win in the state of Delaware. Now to the state of Vermont, where Republican Governor Phil Scott is running for re-election. In the only poll done by UNH from August, he has a 28-point lead. Fully expect Vermont, very blue at the presidential level, to be a safe Republican state. Now we've reached the state of New Hampshire. This is the only really competitive race in the United States. And boy, is it actually a very, very competitive one. Republicans have Senate governor's races done. Democrats have 3. New Hampshire, very, very close. This is outgoing Governor Chris Sununu. He's not running for re-election. And this is Republican former Senator Kelly Ayotte running against Mayor of Manchester, Joyce Craig. This is a very, very close race in that Manchester, for Joyce Craig, one of the largest cities in the state. Kelly Ayotte, former senator, been elected in New Hampshire before. People know her statewide. This is becoming a very, very close competitive election, and it's coinciding with a presidential race where, in my final prediction, I have Kamala Harris winning the state of New Hampshire by more than 5% of the vote. So for Kelly Ayotte to win, she would have to outperform Donald Trump by likely 6 to 7 points. I would say, for example, in my Senate video that I have coming out soon, I did say for Sherrod Brown in Ohio, that would be almost impossible for him to do. But not impossible, but almost. New Hampshire's a different story because it has shown a track record both in 2016 and 2020 of electing or re-electing a Republican governor while voting for a Democratic president. And seeing as Trump is running a little bit better in the polls in 2024 than he did in 2020 when Chris Sununu still won re-election, I'm not sure how it shakes out too much, but it looks like compared to 2016 when Trump and Ayotte were on the ballot at the same time, Ayotte was facing a much stronger Democratic candidate than Governor Maggie Hassan. This is for a local race, this is for a governor's race, so not as much contentious in terms of the national aspect of a Senate race. Ayotte has a 1.4% lead right now, very, very close. The latest St. Anselm poll is Ayotte +3. Rasmussen has it as a tie. Emerson has Ayotte +3. UMass Lowell has Ayotte +2. UNH has Craig +1. That was back in middle of September. This is a very close race. I feel that Kelly Ayotte is going to win this race by under 5% of the vote margin of victory. I think right now she wins it between 2 to 3%, but she does win the state of New Hampshire and is elected the next governor of New Hampshire, succeeding outgoing incumbent Governor Chris Sununu, who has endorsed Kelly Ayotte as well, worth noting. New Hampshire, very, very fascinating. Definitely a close one to keep an eye out for on election night. Democrats finished with 3 governor's races across the 2024 map. Republicans finished with 3. And this is going to be a very close race to watch in New Hampshire. The rest of them, we pretty much know how they're going to go. That'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching my 2024 governor's map prediction. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like. And if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button and make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really, really, really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day. So I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.